This podcast was produced on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation.
Welcome to Australia.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
This is kind of tragic.
Someone who is such a connoisseur of reality television.
The content is hideous.
So sorry about this. Oh my God.
Hello, Paul Mizzi.
Hey, Sam, how you going?
I'm horny as fuck. I'm not going to lie.
This show, The Virgin?
This show, I feel like a caged virgin that needs to fuck, basically. How are you?
Yeah, going good. Probably not as horny as you.
No one ever is. It's all good. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
No, seriously though, for a show about virgins, I feel like they met the brief because, you know, there was a lot of frustration, both from within the screen and from myself.
Yeah.
But I did leave being like,
I have so many thoughts. I have so many thoughts about this show. I went on a journey watching this show, for sure.
Same. And I was saying to you, like, yeah, cool. Like, maybe we'll talk about this show, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because, you know, you're my, like, love show correspondent at this point.
Yeah.
So I trust you.
Yeah.
And as soon as I start, and plus it's on Disney Plus, right? So I was like, here we go. It's going to be some virgin bullshit. And I feel like there's a, like, Mormon reality TV like renaissance happening. Salt Lake City just started back this week on Real Housewives. These fucking Mormon wives are like taking over. So it's naturally they're like, what else can we do in this space?
Yeah.
And I was all ready to hate this. I was like so ready to hate this show.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't.
See, I think I'm the opposite. I was like raring to go.
Yeah, because you're the audience for this show.
Yeah, I was like, yes, sweet trash, cannot wait. And I'd actually just come off of watching another Virgin-based reality show, Virgin Island.
What?
Which is, so Virgin Island is a UK show with a similar premise. They get a whole bunch of virgins, put them on an island, but in that show, it's kind of more about the therapy side of things. So they put a whole bunch of sex therapists. Well, no, because they put a whole bunch of sex therapists on the island, but they also
are the sex therapists in contention to fuck?
Well, this is the thing. They've also got sex surrogates, which are basically sex workers with like a sex therapy edge to them.
Hang on. Whoa. Rewind. This is giving Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as surrogacy is involved, I'm like, what are we doing here? What?
So you actually watch these virgins lose their virginity to like sex workers who also have like a second degree in like sex therapy at the same time.
Okay. Amazing, but also da fuck.
Yeah, but I feel like that show did it the right way because
they actually fucked.
Well, and also because of the casting of this show. So I think all the virgins on that show were people with like trauma or like issues that they had to work through, and they all wanted to fuck. And I feel like in this show, you've got half the cast, or not even half the cast, maybe a quarter of the cast that are people like that with genuine issues, genuine trauma. And then they've put them on this island with a whole bunch of crazy religious people. And how are they supposed to...
Which would have been a better angle. I think they should have done all religious people. Yeah. And my hot take, F-Boy Island style, I think they should have done some of the people were not virgins and they were lying. Don't you think?
Yeah.
And I thought that's what they were going to reveal to us halfway through. And then when they didn't, I was like,
Yes. And I guess the thing is, I think we can get to is the fact that it's come out now that was the case.
Okay, so again, this is why I need you, Paul, to be my researcher, my fact checker, my eyes and ears on the ground, because I cannot be fucked. But I did finish this show going, I want to know who's fucked since the show, who was lying. So some of them were lying.
Well,
Don't tell me
are we
who.
okay?
Make me guess.
Yeah.
Make me guess.
Well, we know for certain one of them was lying, and it came
Was it
out
Goblin?
no.
Oh shit! Because in the trailer, when they're
Yeah.
like, Goblin says, "I'm not really a virgin," and everyone's like, "Oh," which was the soundbite of the season.
Yeah.
To then find out that that was a bit, I was a little bit disappointed.
Yeah. Now, some drama happened after the show finished, where someone revealed themselves to not be a virgin, and it caused a
Okay.
big thing. So, yeah, I'm happy to talk
Should
about
we
that
discuss
later.
that after we've spoken about
Yeah.
the show? So you'll have to stick around to see my live reaction to hearing about this because I do not know, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Before we get stuck into Are You My 1st season one, there's a few things I want to talk with you about. Obviously, our favorite show, Netflix Japan's The Boyfriend, renewed for
Yeah.
season two
Ah, so good.
next year. I
Yeah.
need it now, Paul. I need it right now.
Yeah. But hopefully, this means they're like putting together so much good footage. Like, we're going to have like 6 months worth of footage of them sitting
Six
in
months
that
of them
house.
sitting next to each other, not kissing
Yeah.
and working. If that fucking coffee van is back, I swear to God. Do you think we've still got the coffee van?
I think they're going to upgrade to like a coffee shop, maybe.
Brick and mortar. I hope it's more like a, I don't know, a yakitori stand or like, shaved ice. Something else.
We can dream.
Do you think they're going to drop some bombshells in the villa?
Well, I hope that, we've got that couple, the one couple we know stay together, and they've just been
Yeah.
flooding our
You
Instagrams
mean
for the
the
last
worst
year.
people in the whole world, Diane Shaw,
Yeah.
who need to
Yes.
be like, they need to be banned from music. They need to be banned from YouTube. Like, they need to be stopped.
Yeah. So my hope is that they break up on this season and we get to see it and we get to see the breakdowns.
100%.
That will make this must-watch TV even more so.
I feel like we're getting a new location, and I'm probably reading into it a little bit too much like a crazy fangirl, but they did in the picture that Netflix Japan put out, it's sort of like there's some like pine tree kind of vibes, and I'm like, ooh, are we going like mountainous? Because it's the same production as Terrace House, where they famously always are in a different location. So I'm vibing that they're going to move, like switch up the location. I feel like it won't be beachy this time.
Yeah. Whatever they have in store, I trust that production. So, yeah, I'm here for it.
And Durian is back. That is confirmed. So I'm happy. We need the one queer person on the panel to be there for the legitimacy of the whole show. Also, Netflix, speaking of Netflix, they are on a documentary like binge of their own to varying degrees of quality. There was the fucking catfish one. Did you touch down on that one?
I didn't watch it, but then I listened to a recap of it, so I know everything that happened.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? The recap you listened to was probably better than
Yeah.
the actual doco, which was shithouse, but great story. Then they put out that fucking Charlie Sheen one, which is more concerning than the catfish at the high school. Have you seen the Charlie Sheen documentary?
I haven't. Is it worth watching?
Yes, because it is like watching a narcissist at work doing fabulous work to the point where you're almost like, this man believes his own bullshit so much that you kind of like, you're like, wow. But also it's very infuriating for the same reason.
Okay. So I might have to add that to my list.
Yeah. It's only what, 2 parts. And he shows zero signs of remorse for anything he's ever done. But he speaks at length about all of the horrible things he's done, but not in a at all remorseful way. It's actually like it's fascinating.
Wow. I mean, from the things that I've seen of him, that's not actually that surprising.
No,
Yeah.
no, but not surprising. However, I'm pretty sure the people that put this together thought, oh, maybe if we're doing it in this context, he'll, take it as an opportunity to like rebrand or try, show a bit of vulnerability. No, 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 no. Nope. In fact, he like brags about the fact that he was smoking like 7-gram rocks of crack cocaine. He's just like, yeah, no one slammed rocks like me. It's just like, cool.
Wow. Uh,
Yeah, check that one out. So, should we do it?
yeah,
We get
let's get
stuck
into it.
into Are You My First? High level thoughts for this show. Hulu are smashing it. So Hulu are coming for Bravo's gig. They're putting out a lot of reality content at the moment, and it's really high quality. I got to say, I loved the use of actual music in this show. They tried to do the kooky Love Island narration, and that failed fucking miserably.
I feel like it was written by AI. Like, I know that's something that gets thrown around a lot, but it genuinely feels like AI. Some of it actually didn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Like they were trying to land jokes, and I didn't write down any of them as up because there was too many and they were too terrible, and I refused to remember them. But it was like, ooh, girl.
Yeah. And I think it was exacerbated by the completely flat delivery from Colton and whoever the other.
Whatever the fuck. So I've got in my notes, it's Colton and her. Oh, Caitlin.
Caitlin, that's right. And she's from The Bachelor. She's a bachelorette, I think, as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're both famously virgins, you guys. Oh my God. But this breakout star of the show was Colton's tits for me. Colton had the most incredible cleavage. He had more cleavage than Caitlin did.
And they put him in the most hideous outfits.
But he was always like this. He was there and he was like, hey, virgins. And I was distracted by his titties.
Yeah. Well, he has a brand. I mean, did you watch his Netflix reality show?
No.
Coming Out Colton?
He came out?
Yeah. So he was a bachelor. He was a bachelor, and then his brand on Bachelor was that he was like a virgin and he was trying to find the one, but he was actually like in the closet. Yeah, he was in the closet.
Paul Mizzi, are you fucking kidding me? Because what? Why did they not tell us that on this show? Because this whole show I'm watching, I'm like, this faggot with his tits out.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking he's straight.
Yeah, he's married to a daddy now. He's married to a daddy and they just had a kid. But what happened?
We don't love that.
But so what happened is he was obviously was holding this all in, and he actually, after The Bachelor ended, he had a full mental breakdown and started stalking the girl that he ended up with, and was verbally abusive, got arrested, all this stuff. And then he eventually came out and then did a public apology to her, and and said that it was all because of what he was going through mentally with his coming out process. And then he did a whole series on Netflix about coming out, so and
he did Damage
learning
Control, Kevin Spacey style, and was like, guess what, everyone, I was a dickhead because I'm actually fabulous.
Yeah, exactly.
What
and
a
he did
piece
a
of
whole he did a whole reality show about how to become gay, kind of thing, learning about gay life.
I could tell. Well,
you got to watch it. You have to
with all that
watch
in
it.
mind,
Yeah.
do I hate him now? Yes. Do I still want to fuck him now? Absolutely. Paul, I thought he was the hottest person on the show.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
He's gorgeous.
He's hot in a very Sean Cody way. But I was like, you know what? compared to like the cast was slim pickings, not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's one cast member that also had very Sean Cody vibes. We'll get to
Go
him
on.
later on.
Oh,
Lane.
okay. Oh, we will get to Lane,
Yeah.
I think, in part 2 of this
Yeah.
series, because he comes in later. But Lane was giving like broke straight boy
Yeah.
frat men, like
Yes.
college vibes.
100%.
Oh,
To the point where I was like
yeah.
thinking, have I seen him in a porn? Like
I
it
think
was.
we have.
Yeah, I feel like I have.
Yeah.
But yeah, Colton.
Lane. So calling
Colton's
your child Lane is
yes.
like his brother's street and road.
But yeah, Colton's delivery of the narration was dreadful.
Terrible.
Dreadful.
And then Caitlin, like, what the fuck, did not need to be there, except for this one moment later on where, like, someone is like, I need your advice. And she's like, fuck, I have to do something.
So I actually was listening to her podcast today as research because she interviewed one of the people from the show. And her podcast, she's actually got a lot of charisma on it. Great podcast host. And from the sounds of her, like, recollections of the show, it sounds like her and Colton actually were doing a lot on the set and none of it was used. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Well, this is, look, I know I just said Hulu are smashing it with their shows, but what I think I meant was they're smashing out a lot of shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they are going for slick, but not necessarily like particularly, I don't know, silly or edgy. They just want like, And I think picking this like ex-bachelorette types for the hosting, when you hire those people, yes, they've had controversies in their past, whatever, which I'm now learning. But like, well, that's the thing. I didn't know that. And I didn't learn that because they just wanted them there as like sexy meat props, right? Like they didn't need them. They gave nothing as hosts. But like, I don't think it's their fault. I think Hulu didn't know what they needed. So they were like, just get these hotties in.
Yeah.
It could have been better with like a, is it too hot to handle that has like Alexa or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you know what?
Lana. Yeah.
Lana. Sometimes we need, if it's AI written anyway, you might as well call a spade, hey?
Exactly.
All right. So let's get into the first episode of this show. It's called The First Time. 15 virgins arrive on the island with hosts Colton and Caitlin. We get a little bit of an intro about the format. However, we don't learn too much at this point. All we learn about is the V cards, which I was like, okay, I see what you did there, which all they are is just like messages for people to go on dates. So it's nothing new. But I do like that they like virgin brand everything. It was like virgin cocktails, the virgin sacrifice. Very silly. Of course, heaps of them are Mormons, as we've touched on. But then the hosts have a serious question for them all. They're like, are you all really virgins? And they're all kind of shook. And this is the bit where I'm thinking, oh my God, this is amazing. Some of them are not virgins. Did you not think the same at this point?
Yeah, like it was a strange thing to bring up, like to put out into the universe if you're not going to follow up on it in any way.
Right. Because the whole season, I remember that they asked that. And I was like, oh, one of these people. Anyway, we meet colorblind King Jake. How do we feel about Jake?
Now, this is where I am going to admit there is way too many characters in this show, so I'm going to have to look up everything.
Jake's got boundaries and boundary issues.
Okay, so at this point, episode 1, I was like indifferent to Jake. By the end of the series, I hated Jake with the power of 1,000 suns.
Oh,
what an actual piece of shit!
What a cunt
this guy is.
Truly. Like, not only are you not hot enough to behave in the way that you behaved, sir, but like, this, like, I feel like gaslighting women is slightly more acceptable if they're at least getting some dick out of it. But like,
Yeah.
no one is getting dick on this show, and you're gonna gaslight people anyway?
If
No.
he was just doing it to have control over someone. It was
I
all
think he
about,
could be a closet case.
yes, I think that. There's also there are also some other claims
Oh,
floating around Reddit
oh.
about some pretty awful things somebody on this show has done in the past. And I would say he's a finalist in that shortlist in my mind.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't want to make any,
No.
you know, I don't want anyone's lawyers coming after me, but
Mm,
would not be surprised.
okay. I'll
Hmm.
have to go on a little deep dive of my own after this. But yeah, Jake at this point, he comes out straight away saying he's colorblind. And I was like, and then he's like, these shorts, these are like brown, right? And someone's like, yeah, that's, they are like same. Then we meet Rachel,
Mhm.
who straight away tells us about her trauma, which is that she has vaginismus, is it?
Vaginismus, yes. Yeah.
Vaginismus.
Yeah.
Um, and she goes, look, it's just really painful when I try and take anything down there. And I was like, girl, same.
Yeah.
At this point, I was like, I was living for Rachel. I was like, girl, same. I'm just
Yeah.
not meant to take dick.
Yeah. I love Rachel. I think
She's
she's
fantastic.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And like kudos for her being so upfront about something that a lot of women experience. Like
Yeah. And men.
I've talked about this show to some people afterwards, and the amount of people that have gone, yeah, I've got that too.
There you
Yeah.
go. Amazing.
Yeah.
Including one of the hosts later on. And could be Colton. But actually, no, Colton's taken daddy dick just fine. He's even got a child. All right, we get a pull for a chat. So Noah pulls Maddie for a chat, which I was like, okay, all right, Love Island, here we go. Um, uh, she says she wants like a Ken. She wants like a beach Ken is her type. And Noah is like, well, that's not really me. I'm just kind of like a cool, shy Mormon that's never really done this before. Oh my God, Noah, what a fucking train wreck.
I yeah. Noah is the villain of the season
Yeah.
for sure.
Great
What a piece
casting.
of crap. What a piece of crap.
Very cute though. I was thinking of you. I feel like we've done this enough now. I kind of
Yeah.
have a sense of your type, and
Yeah.
I was like, Paul's gonna be into Noah. Am I right? Physically
Until
only.
yeah, physically only.
Cute, right?
He's not the top of my list. I think
No.
I think you know who my top is, and
I think you've already told us.
oh
No?
really?
Oh, no?
No, I haven't
Oh,
mentioned him
can we
yet.
keep it to the end as a surprise?
Okay,
Because I
okay.
like. Oh no, I want to know. But yeah. Oh, see, but he's on your list, right? Not that there's many to choose
Physically.
from.
Physically, yes, but like as soon as like his personality reared its ugly head, yeah, he's on the bottom. He's in the
Poor
bin.
honey, he had no idea what he was doing. No idea.
Or he did have an idea what he was doing, and he's just a piece of crap. I think
I think he was figuring it out as he went on, and yeah, poor baby, poor baby.
Yeah. And I think he's probably more. I'd have more suspicions of him being closeted than
Oh,
Jake,
really?
actually. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, true. Because I remember being, I mean, look, I was in the closet for about 2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
But during that time, I do remember being like, ooh, I have to look interested in a girl all the time so people don't know, which is actually kind of what he was doing. So, hey, he
Yeah.
could be onto something.
Hmm.
And even, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Next, we meet Godwin, who is already interviewing girls as though he is the bachelor. And they're all kind of into it. Like these girls are falling for it. And I'm like screaming at the screen. being like, what are you doing? Like, have you seen these shows before? Like, this guy's clearly
He's a walking red
playing.
flag. Red
Yes.
flag.
Jade is wet for Godwin. And
Mm,
look, he's hot. I mean, he's not that hot. He's got a hot rig, and that's
mm,
about it. I don't
yeah.
know. I didn't see it.
Yeah, the vibe that came
Mm,
off of him, I was like, no,
no.
no.
Nope. Yeah, no vibes whatsoever. They enter the guys and girls' villas because, of course, they can't sleep in the same place because the temptation would just be far too much for these virgins. Michael tells us that he is in the top 3% of good looks. And this is when I'm like, oh, this guy's funny.
Yeah. So Michael is the one I'm most attracted to.
Me too. Michael's my
Like,
number one as well. We can
yeah,
share him. So
yeah,
funny, so
yeah.
charismatic. I love just like a geeky guy. I reckon he's
Hmm.
got a fucking huge dick.
I was saying the same because I was
Mm,
watching it with friends. I was like, that guy has a giant penis. And
I agree.
I can guarantee it. Like,
I
there's
think
no
he's
one with that build that does not have a giant
that
penis.
schnoz.
Yeah,
And he's just got a big fat cock. You can tell. And I
yeah.
love he's just like this dork. He's from the start, he's trolling the audience. He's like acting like this cocky
Hmm.
jock. And look, it's all like a defense mechanism because he's this like nerdy guy that has no self-esteem, but he's gonna turn it on for the cameras. And to that I say, Michael, well done.
Yeah.
He played it right. He goes, look, the reason I haven't lost my virginity yet is because I'm actually just too good. So good. The first party that they have is a white party because duh.
Yeah.
And vaginismus girl Rachel first sort of flirts with Michael. Um, this is cute. She tells him her opening line to everyone though is like, "Hey, I'm Rachel. I have vaginismus," which I'm like, I'm not trying to shame anyone, but like maybe introduce that like a few minutes into the chat.
Yeah. Um, points for confidence though.
Totally. She's breaking the stigma. It
Yeah.
works on Michael. He goes, that seems challenging. And I was like, for her or for you? Like, do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But it worked. Him paying her attention paid off. She's very into it. Then they play this game. I did like this twist on the white party. They're like, you're wearing white clothes because guess what? You're all gonna paint each other. Mike, they have to paint someone that they've got a crush on. And like at this point, they've met for like what, I don't know, the day. So it's
Yeah.
kind of hard. This is clearly just like a looks based thing or like a vibes based thing at this point.
And I was a bit disappointed that they had the option to paint everyone. Like,
Oh,
just
that
choose
one
one
girl, I
person.
was like, cop out. This one bitch
Yeah.
just like paints every single guy. And I was like,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
No one was happy about that. Michael paints Rachel and she's like, Godwin's up next. He's like, who's it going to be? He paints Jade, but then a few other girls. And I'm like,
Mhm.
spreading it thin, but at least it wasn't everyone. Then Rachel puts a ring on Michael's finger with the paint. And I was like, wow, a proposal day one. He tells us the hottest girl in the house is going for the dork. What a win. He's instantly likable, this guy.
Yeah.
Maddie paints Noah with an XO. Maddie needs a lot of help.
Yeah. I don't know how she got through the psych evaluation.
Oh my God. I felt bad. Like, I felt bad, but I was also like, oh my God, this fucking bitch. Like, her being like, look, I'm just always used to being number two. I'm never chosen. But she wasn't saying it in like a he way. She was saying it
Mhm.
with like full conviction.
Yeah.
Pretty much every episode. And I'm like, how are they airing this?
Yeah. I felt she did make me feel uncomfortable,
Uh,
and I kind of wanted to get her out of there.
they should have just like, yeah, made a snap eviction where they were like, oh no.
Well, that's the other thing with this show. There wasn't enough eliminations. We had to wait
Thank
so
you.
fucking long.
Oh my God. Every day they were like, only 3 days till the next virgin sacrifice. And I was like, bitch, I am ready to sacrifice now.
Yeah, we needed to churn through these virgins. Like
And
kick
then
two out a day.
they would tell them about it as well. They'd be like, the sacrifice is happening in an hour. And then they would just leave and let them just like chat. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Just do it now.
Yeah.
Please. For the love of God. Oh my God. This one, it was Katya who painted everyone from behind. And the hosts are like, cool. So you like them all? And she's like, ah, ha, ha, ha. The hosts were so mad about that, I reckon.
And talk about people that how did they get through the psych evaluation? Katya was the other one as
Oh,
well.
but she was, at least she gave us some TV gold later on.
Oh,
Maddie
absolutely.
did not.
No, she was
Maddie
just,
was sad.
yeah, Maddie was sad. Katya made me angry.
Yeah, same. The next day, Jade is chatting with Godwin. She's like, let me guess your love languages. And he's like, my love language is a woman in the kitchen. And she's like, gender roles. Cool. Thanks so much. And at this point, this should have been Jade's cue to fully run away from this man.
Mhm.
But instead, she was like, she even tells us in confessionals, like, I'm not into this vibe, but he's hot. And I'm like, this was when I realized, oh, these virgins are just as shallow, if not more shallow, than us sluts.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe the reason they're all virgins as well is because they have zero, skills in the dating scene and they have no idea what they're
Zero.
looking for or what they want.
No idea. And it's very evident. By the end of the show, I was like, wow, what a waste of time. And also, what a trip back to the like primary school, like playground, you know? I was like,
Yeah.
pick me to peck. There's a lot of awkward pecking on this show too.
The worst kissing I've ever seen on reality TV.
Oh, I'm looking at you, Jake. Anyway,
Ah.
then a bombshell enters the villa and he's, you guessed it, a virgin. And he's tall and his name's Mike and he's the most boring individual I've ever seen on television, but he is tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so obviously the boys are like bricking it because he's a tall man.
Yeah. I think he's and also a Bachelor alum.
Yeah. Yeah. Then
Yeah.
when they kept saying that, I'm like, oh, okay, we've gone to the graveyard of reality TV for this casting. Also, you were on The Bachelor and you're still a virgin. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, he is very religious. Very religious. So
Oh, Mike. All right, episode 2 is called Let's Talk About Sex. We meet Mike. He's a baseball player. He's vanilla. He's tall. We get it. He's 34. So, like, wow. We also learn he was on The Bachelorette. He's got a V card and he gets to choose one of the ladies to go on a date with. So the audition process starts. Rachel's into it, but she's still being faithful to Michael,
yeah.
which was nice. All the girls are in a panty, like a moistening frenzy over this guy's height. Noah is worried about it because Noah's a bit of a short king, I think. And he's worried that Mike might pick Carissa because at this point, that's who Noah's into. Keep up because that is about to change. Maddie tells us, this is when I was like, oh my God, Maddie's not okay. We need like eyes on Maddie. She goes, yeah, look, I wasn't expecting to get picked by Mike because who would ever pick someone that looks like me? And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Maddie.
Yeah, she needed to go on Therapy Island.
Yes, Therapy Island is wavy. He picks Carissa, which is Noah's worst nightmare and great television. And they go off on a date. Maddie's like, okay, well, I guess no, I can be with Noah now because I'm always the second choice. So just like in real life, I'm gonna second choice my way into Noah. So I was like, fucking hell, this bitch. Meanwhile, Godwin is being smooth. He's chatting with all of the girlies at this point, saying shit like, "We're men. We're out there. We're on the hunt. We're hunting." I'm like, calm down. This is when we meet Daya,
Mhm.
who is falling for Godwin's machismo. And I'm like, watch out, girl. He's trouble.
Mm.
What do you think of Daya?
She seems like a lovely person and she seems
Yeah.
completely unprepared to be on a reality TV show and
Mm.
does not understand how it works. And it will be her downfall
Yeah,
that we will see.
totally. The date between Carissa and Mike is really lame. They go on like an ATV with like, talkie helmets and then like a picnic. So also, are they not drinking on this show? Because they keep making jokes about the virgin cocktails. And I'm like, don't tell me this is like a dry production.
I haven't heard that it
Oh.
was. And I think there is a scene in one of the later episodes
Mm.
where they're actually pouring a real bottle of booze
Oh.
out. So,
Yeah. Oh God, I hope.
but
Anyway,
I mean,
it's
do Mormons drink?
no, or they shouldn't. I think it. Yeah, I think Mike. I think they're drinking water on this picnic, and I'm like, ooh, fun. Carissa. This was the first red flag where I was like, Carissa needs to be like taken out.
Mhm.
She calls a quesadilla a quesadilla, unironically, and Mike is like, "You mean a quesadilla, right?" And she's like, "No, I said what I said." And I was like, red flag, like run from this woman.
Mhm. Yeah.
Fuck. Mike assures us that he's very horny, but he's just waiting. And I'm like, all right, cool story.
He also doesn't he reveal at this point that he's had blowjobs and stuff before?
I think they all have, right? But yeah, I think you're right. He says that there's been a lot of fapping.
Yeah. Well, I think some of them have literally done nothing. There's some that have done stuff, but now they're like born again. Uh, but I guess that's the other thing with this show is like, what
Straight
is,
culture,
yeah,
man. It's
what
fucking
is a
crazy.
virgin? Like,
Well, that's
it's
the
a,
thing. So it's like, are we in a reality where like anal is fine? Do you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. Well,
It's
like,
so
is
funny
it
to me.
Mormons do the soaking thing, right?
Yeah, where it's just like, oh no, I fell into you.
Yeah.
Whoops. Yeah,
But
that's the
yeah,
thing.
it's a very like old-fashioned binary version of what a virgin is, I guess, is
Yes,
this show's
we're
understanding of it.
assuming it's penis to vagina penetration
Mm,
is what they're talking about, right? Which to me is so funny because I'm like, who
yeah.
cares?
It's
It's
2025.
2025, and half of these people, in my definition of sex, have had sex with people. Like, come on, if
Hmm.
you're having blowjobs and shit with people and having intimate relationships with people. Like, how is that any different from some penny?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, it's childish to me in this way that I'm
Hun-
watching it, and I feel like I'm 10,000 years old watching these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's very Trump's America coded.
Oh, this whole show is only exists in Trump's America. I feel like it's been waiting on a shelf. And then as soon as Trump got elected, they were like, release the tapes.
How many of these people do you think were like at the Charlie Kirk rallies?
All of them. Especially Mike. He
Yeah,
was there like,
Noah has that vibe for sure.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Probably Maddie. Yeah, I think most of them were there. Prove me wrong, motherfuckers. Back back at the villas. Mike and Carissa are back from their date. They've connected over their faith. It's all very beautiful. Noah is visibly upset. He's asking a lot of questions. Very insecure little man, Noah.
Mm.
And there's only 2 days left to the virgin sacrifice, guys. 2 days. Which I'm like, that's a long time, especially in reality TV world. That's like a week.
Yeah.
The volcano on screen was pretty funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like Because have you ever heard of that reality show, The Love Trap, where when the girls get eliminated, a trap door opens below them and they fall into a pit? I really would have loved this to be them getting thrown into a volcano. Even though they're not actually getting thrown in, the visual of them getting thrown in something would have been funny. But
Absolutely.
yeah.
Noah and Carissa have a chat. She still finds him endearing. He's just got a very handsome face, Noah, and he kind of like, he's got this dumb schoolboy energy. Like, I kind of want to, like, I don't know, piss on him or something. Like, he, he needs something like that to happen to him,
Yeah.
you know? Um,
I do
Mike,
know, yes.
Michael continues to be nerdy with Rachel and she's horny for it, which I love. They canoodle in the hammock and have a chat. And I was genuinely moved by this moment because they're like having awkward tension. And then eventually he like musters up the courage to ask if they can kiss. And then they do. And I was like, yes.
Okay, bookmark this feeling because
Mhm.
at the end of the next episode, we'll come back to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a peck at this point. So on this show's standards, pecking is like handies. Like, do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? She cries in confessional. And I'm like, okay. Then we meet the beardy Mormon guy, Ty, who is so cute. And he tells us that he's into Jade. Firstly, can we just get it out of the way? I thought Ty was so hot, and then him to kind of open up about his sort of like body image stuff, I was like, sorry?
Mm,
Like, you're a good looking man. What are you talking about?
yeah, it's because of all these mean straight girls.
I agree. He needs a gay man to like worship the shit out of him.
Hmm
There is a
I
lot of people on Sniffies that would literally, for nothing,
Yeah, and
worship that man.
he has post show like beefed up.
Of course he
So
has.
yeah, so I think it did get to him.
Great.
But I did feel felt very shy on the show, and I don't think the show let his personality shine. Like he kind of had the
Yeah,
personality of a potato for most of the show.
he did, but I found it quite attractive. I don't know. Maybe I like a
Potatoes.
insecure potato. Like I was kind
Yeah,
of into it. I don't know.
yeah,
I just thought he was very handsome,
yeah.
very sweet, like corruptible, but
Yeah.
not in a Noah cocky way.
Hmm And everyone seemed to love him. Like all the girls seemed
Just
very
nice guy.
protective of him, and
Mhm.
yeah. So
He's into Jade. She's like, I'm listening. And then, look, props for her honesty, but also, girl, being
mhm.
like, you're a lovely guy, but I just can't stand to look at your hideous face. And Godwin is a beautiful man, but God, he's a cunt. If only I could have it all. I was just like, oh, Jade, shut up. like
Yeah, I that
100%
was
accurate, but maybe
cruel.
don't say it. I don't know.
Cruel. You never tell someone, I don't know, I don't think I like you physically. Like, what a way to
No,
tell
it
someone.
it was irresponsible. And
Mm,
and imagine if a man did that to a woman on a
hmm
similar show to this, there would be that person would have to delete all their social media,
Yeah.
you know? But she walks out of the show, oh yeah, she's like, I didn't get what I wanted. It's like, well, these are people. They're not, you're not in a chocolate factory, babe. Like
Yeah.
you're not in the like what? I don't know. I think there's a lot of I mean, this whole show is laced with toxic gendered bullshit. But for
hmm
me, that was the biggest one for me was Jade's behavior to these men.
Yeah. 100%.
Mm. Anyway, it's cherry pop challenge time. This was such a cheap motherfucking challenge, but I loved it. The cherries above their heads, and they had to answer embarrassing questions about women's bodies because, of course, we're in Trump's America. The men have to answer these questions. Yay for gender. Over to the question about the gestation period, and Jake didn't even know what that was, which I was like, oh. I
Yeah.
don't think he said
Jake.
6 months.
Yeah. Jake is on another planet.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
planet where women are just things that exist and aren't people. Yeah.
Godwin says that a diva cup is a breast. And then I love when they pop the cherry. Did you clock the fluid that came out of the cherry was like jizz?
Yeah.
It was like a white, thick liquid. I was like, oh, imagine being an intern on set and they're like, all right, Jerry, today we need you to make a few liters of fake jizz for these cherries, for the cherry pop challenge. Get to it, Jerry.
I bet Jerry slept well that night.
Covered in cum. Oh my God. These guys are fucking dumb. I'm so worried for our future. Noah wins, which was surprising. But the bar is low. It's because he knew that women can get pregnant on their periods. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Michael just missed out on getting a date with Rachel, which he was devastated by. And then shock horror. So this was Noah's turning point. He could have been the sweetheart. He could have been the Michael of the show, sweetheart of the season. But this is when he chose violence after flirting with Carissa and telling Carissa to her face that he would pick her if he got a V card. He picks Maddie.
Why?
What the fuck, mate? Do you think he's just a messy queen? Like, what's going on?
I think he just thought too much of himself. He thought he was untouchable. He's like, I'm the prize pig. They all want me. I can do whatever I want. How about I just play all these girls against each other and then whoever I like most can win? And didn't realize it would just come and bite him in the ass.
True. Or he just wasn't, I don't know if he was thinking. I think he also was like, ooh, he was a big kid in a candy store, right? He was like, ooh, I'm getting all this attention. Maybe he doesn't get that normally. I don't know. And he was kind of spoilt for choice. So, and then the producers are in his ear being like, you should explore your options. And he's like, okay. But the girlies were not on board with that. Who knows? Anyway, they roll the tape of Carissa being told that she's going to get it. The editing was chef's kiss. What a fucking idiot. Episode 3 is called The Virgin Sacrifice because there's only 5 days left until the virgin sacrifice at this point. Michael asks Noah if he's going to kiss Maddie on the date. And they're all like, kissing a girl. Carissa is still mad that he lied to her. I would be too. I mean, it's early days. Like, on these shows, aren't you supposed, like, has he not seen these shows? That's not how you're supposed to play it, right? We get the date. It's cupcakes and candlelight. Looks booze-free once more. Back at the house, they play some games. Rachel is pissed. So Rachel is so much fun. Rachel is me in this situation. She's like, why are we sitting around? Like, we're on a reality show. Why are we not, like, being silly?
Yeah.
And frisky. She's like, come on, everyone. Like, wake up. Jade realizes that Godwin's probably a shit guy, but still is torn because he's hot. And this continues to be her storyline throughout. Were you not yelling at the screen?
Yeah, it's so frustrating. It's like watching a slow-moving car crash.
Oh, every time she was on screen, I was like, Jade, shut your mouth. Like, just go. Like, just, I don't know. Again, do you reckon now Ty's like ripped? She's like, damn.
Yeah, I think they're all like looking back and going, oh, we made a mistake.
He's the Taehan of the season.
Yeah.
Godwin is mad that she's even remotely into Ty. And I'm like, well, Godwin, get a better personality. Noah and Maddie peck on their date, which solidifies their bond. I was kind of like, this bitch is so messy. The hosts appear out of nowhere. Every time the hosts appear, it was such an anticlimax, right? They would walk in and they would be like, hey, everyone, in a few hours, we'll be back. Goodbye. And I was like, cool story. Is it Colton in a different cleavagey shirt?
Yeah, and they're all hideous, those shirts.
Oh, bad shirts. The tits, though.
He should have just lost the shirts, to be honest.
Truly.
It's set on a beach. It's justifiable for him to just be walking around in a like swim trunks and nothing else.
Exactly. Surely he's done worse. Anyway. So it's finally virgin sacrifice time. But again, they're like, think about it and then we'll come back. So these sacrifices are a mess. It's basically like they go into the confessional room one by one and they say like one or two or three or four names of people that they don't think. Well, it's like they can say anyone, right? But they're told that it should be people that like aren't making connections. Is that right?
I think so,
It
yeah.
was loose.
Yeah, it felt very for the love of DILFs-esque.
Yes. Yeah. Like loose format where they can kind of wriggle around it if they need.
Yeah.
Little couple recap at this point. Carissa is all in with Mike. Ty is all in with Jade. Michael and Rachel together. And Noah and Maddie, I guess. We get a very awkward scene between Noah and Carissa because they haven't really spoken about it yet. And she's kind of like, what the fuck, mate? And he's like, yeah. And then he's pissed that she's pissed, which I'm like, really? It's sacrifice time. Colton's got the girls out. And they wake up in the morning and Michael is gone. This was the first genuinely shocking point of the show.
Yeah. And like I was devastated. I'm
Devastated.
like, no, he's the best one. He's the only one with a personality.
I know. Such a cutie patootie. He's left due to a family emergency. And Rachel's so upset. She's crying. She was ready to climb on that day. The hosts reveal that 3 people will be going home. And this made no sense. They were like, ladies choose the men and men choose the ladies. But then for some reason, 2 men are going home and 1 woman, even though Michael left. Is there any logic to this? Like what? Like,
no, I couldn't work out.
I think they'd already decided who they wanted it to be.
Yeah, I think they knew who the next intruders were, and then they had engineered this to herald their arrival.
Also, this cast did not play fair. Like, they didn't understand the assignment with the eliminations, as we learned in this first one, and they just kind of like go for who they don't like, really. Like, they got petty with it, which could have been really fun. They could have lent into that and showed us like the votes and like revealed who voted for who or something. Like they could have, I think if they were smarter, they could have given us some better tension with that. Because no one ever really talked about their vote power.
Yeah.
You know? So you can say more than one name, apparently. It makes no sense. Then, this is so funny, Zolt. They just, for the first time, they introduced these new characters to us that have been there the whole time. A guy called Crush, a guy called Hakim, and a girl called Sarah. They literally, in this episode, introduced us to these people, right? Like, during the elimination. I was like, I've watched a lot of this TV, but, like, this takes the cake for, like, the laziest elimination editing.
Yeah, and, like, at least give us some connection to the people that are getting eliminated so that we care at least somewhat that they're leaving.
No. They're like, here's Sarah, here's Hakim, here's Crush. And then guess what? All 3 of those people are sacrificed. It's crazy. However, in a chat with Noah, he says that he wants to vote Carissa. This is so wild to me as well. It's like Carissa, who is like quite clearly having a connection with Mike. So that just goes against the rules of the who's supposed to be eliminating. But he's like pettily going for her because she got annoyed that he lied to her. Is that not the biggest man baby shit ever?
Yeah. That's when he established himself as the villain.
Yeah.
For sure.
Big time. So Carissa and Katja got the most votes for the lady, but it's a tie. So we end on this tie cliffhanger after we say bye to Crush and Hakeem. It's so wild, this, because you're just like, what? And then episode 4, Double the Trouble. The guys break the tie, and then this was wild to me. They choose Carissa to go home. I
Yeah.
was like, what is this show? This show has just lost all legitimacy if it even had any to begin with.
Yeah. No, it's so dumb.
If
So
you were
dumb.
Mike, wouldn't you just be like, guys, really? So wild. Anyway, Noah's little smug face. I think, and this again, yeah, he's such a gay villain, isn't he? He's just like, he's like, I'm done with you. Off you go. He's really pleased with himself that he pulled off the Carissa vote.
Mm.
Anyway, Mike and Rachel are like, well, our connections are gone. And then they kind of planted some seeds that they were going to connect, which I was like, ooh. Andrew and Katja. Oh my God, Andrew.
Yeah, we haven't even touched
We
on
haven't mentioned
Andrew,
him. He was
who
fucking hot.
hot and extremely gay.
So gay.
So gay. And
One of
like
the Mormons, no?
yes,
So
one of the
gay.
Mormons, and he's immediately acknowledged it. So I saw him without him even saying a word. I turned to the people I was watching with. I'm like, that's a faggot. And
Yeah.
then he
Bleach blonde hair.
yeah, bleach blonde hair, and the first thing he says is, everyone thinks I'm gay, but I'm not. And I'm like, but you are gay.
Hot. I also, this show did a thing that drove me crazy where they kind of like Noah's Arked the casting, where it was like, here's 2 slightly Asian people. Hopefully they'll get together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
later on we see it again. But this was very like, you're the only like slightly Asian people on the cast. Please date. Did it not feel like that?
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
All of it. I was like, oh, everything about this show made me so uncomfortable. And I think so the Virgin Sacrifice really shook a lot of the cast into like, oh, this is a game. They were like, okay. And then they all decided that they were gonna like they literally just coupled up right after the first one. It was like, no, like they weren't even trying to hide it. So Andrew and Katya fall into this category. It's like they're in high school and it's like everyone pair up and like you're looking around and you're like, who am I gonna go with? Because they want to stay on the show. Andrew and Katya totally did that. They decide to be locked in and just kiss. I'm like, okay. Then we enter 2 new virgin girlies, and boy, aren't these great additions. So Brooklyn is the whitest woman that's ever existed, and her name is Brooklyn. And doesn't she look like a Brooklyn?
She does. She looks like if you took every white girl at a Taylor Swift concert and melded them all together.
Yep, with huge gums.
Yeah.
Then we also meet my favorite person of the whole show, Farah.
100%.
Like, give Farah a fucking show. Like, this bitch is so cool. She's like Daria meets like sex positivity. She's way too cool to be on the show. And
Yeah.
I love her.
And she knows it. She fucking knows it. And she's constantly talking about it.
It's so cool. Every line that came out of her mouth was like memeable, put it on a t-shirt. Like, I'm obsessed with this bitch. And I feel like the show didn't even know what to do with her. They were like, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have like a huge crush on Farah. She's so cool. They both have V cards, of course, as newbies. Brooklyn goes, dating in LA is so hard. She goes, I get dumped all the time just for being a virgin. I'm like, that's not why you're getting dumped, babe. Oh, of course, she's also a Mormon. I love Jake being like, oh, you're also a Mormon. And he's like, he outs all of the other Mormons in the Good
Yeah.
for her, which I'm like, fucking hell. This is how they do it. I don't know. Farah is so funny. So right out the gate, she's going around to all the guys and she's like, so you fuck anyone yet? That was her opening line to people, which I love because it's like, duh, it's a show about like losing your virginity, I would ask the
Yeah.
same thing.
But I just love how uncomfortable everyone is around her. They just don't know how to deal with it because they're such different people.
Yes, because everyone else on this show is like a fucking idiot, and she's like
Yeah.
the only normal person on this show, and she knows who she is, and everybody is so upset by that. Like they are
Yeah.
so upset with her confidence. Oh God, I'm obsessed with her. Andrew is very keen on Brooklyn. They're both like, yeah, they fit because it's like a jock, girly vibe. Anyway, and at this point, he's probably the most jockey in the cast. So I'm like, so he asks her to pick him for a date, which I was like, oh, ballsy. But she's keen on the other LDS boys. So she pulls Noah for a chat, knowing that he's of the church. What did they call it? Like the Church of Jesus Christ. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Or LDS is Latter-day Saints,
Later they
right?
said no, but when they were talking within each other,
Mhm.
the LDS babes, they were like, "You're also from the Church of Jesus Christ." And I was like, okay. Anyway, when Maddie sees this, obviously she loses her shit and falls straight back into her really toxic second choice pick me behavior, which needs to be studied. um, Noah tells Brooklyn that he's tight with Maddie, but his options are still open. And I'm like, not again, mate. Like, you cannot do this right now. Like, especially not with Maddie. She's the most fragile human on the earth. Oh my God. So the V card choice happens. Brooklyn chooses Andrew and Farah chooses Noah, which Maddie's pissed about. Surely the producers set Farah up for that, yeah? Just to get Noah on the date. I don't know. Because it was like a double date.
Yeah. I just don't see any universe where those two people had any chemistry.
No.
So
I reckon she said to the producers, I don't like any of these fucking losers. And they were like, we'll just pick Noah then. Oh my God. Jade consoles Maddie, who is planning to confront Noah about how she feels. Oh my God. All right, Maddie. We get the double date on the boat, which is very awkward, but also had some great moments. Noah's freaking out about how to navigate seeing multiple people at once. And I was like, what a great place to do that on than a show like this.
yeah.
Farah tells Noah about how she debates with incels for fun on the deep web. I was like, this bitch is iconic. Like, she's the kind of bitch that would have gone to a Charlie Kirk thing and just been like, you're a fucking racist cunt. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she also drops in the most iconic way ever that she's on OnlyFans as a virgin, which is everything.
Yeah.
And Noah's reaction to this was incredible.
Yeah. Like, he was so horrified.
I've never seen a virgin be slut shamed before this.
Yeah. Yeah. And just the fact that he was like so down the line, like, okay, well, you're never going to be an option for me. Bye.
He goes, well, I think that pornography shouldn't exist. Because the devil. I'm like, oh, shut up. He says that. How much porn has this motherfucker watched? Like, calm down.
And has a
It's
cry
just because
every
she's
time.
a woman. It's because she's a woman and she's creating it and she's making her own money off it. He's got a problem. Like, oh my God. Straight away puts up a boundary. He's so uncomfortable. And I love she's literally sitting there. It's like, great. Like, she's not fussed. And it only gives her more power. So incredible. She takes it really well. She's just like, cool. Well, It's who I am. I'm not going to change for you. Why would I do that? We're on a show. I just met you. And he's like spiraling by her announcement of something that she does with her body by choice. Like, this was incredible. All right, Andrew and Brooklyn are vibing though, but then Noah can't help himself. He's kind of like also vibing with Brooklyn.
He's out of control.
Out of
And
control.
it makes it worse because Noah and Andrew are apparently best friends.
Besties. But he literally was just like, oh, well, this like absolute like slut over here is not an option anymore. Who else is on it? He literally just like, who else is here? Oh my God.
On a side note, I did see on Reddit somebody noticed that Andrew and Noah had actually pushed their beds together in their bedroom.
Shut up.
There's actually a shot and their beds are pushed together. So what's going on there?
What? Amazing. Oh God. Katja and the girlies are kikiing back at the villa. She's a little bit jealous that Andrew's on a date, and this is kind of like the activation of Katja that we needed. She didn't need it, but we needed it as the viewers. Back on the double date, more iconic Farah content. She's like, I don't swim. So, so she doesn't swim. She's Daria. No?
Yeah.
Like she's
Yeah.
fucking Daria. I
Yeah.
love it. Noah turns his attention to Brooklyn, and they exchange a sexy glance. Ty manages to take matters into his own hands, and he's like, I'm going to throw my own date. I'm not getting a V card. I'm just going to throw a date for Jade. So he takes her on a little villa date. This was very cute. What did you think?
I don't remember anything about this date.
Really? Oh, well, it wasn't a sanctioned date. He was just like, well, like, this show sucks. They're not like gonna give me an opportunity, so I'll just do. So he just like made a little like bouquet of flowers and like put some candles out. It was nice. And Jade, it's like Jade was wooed by this moment.
Okay.
And this is when he asks for a kiss, and they have a little kiss, which is very cute. So at this point, this is when I was like, oh, okay. I thought like she just told us that she thinks Godwin has shit politics, you know, this guy's being nice. I was like, oh, maybe she's going to like get over him not having a six pack and, you know, be into this guy.
No.
Maddie writes an overcomplicated letter to Noah, and she's like a riddle that she's waiting at the boat. He finds her, and then immediately he's cannot wait to slut shame Farah some more. So, which is interesting. Like, anyway, he's like, she's so not me. She's disgusting. Don't worry about it. And then they have a kiss. They have a kiss to a Troye Sivan song.
Yeah. Yeah, which is funny because that song is about having sex with a closeted straight guy. So
One of your girls, iconic song, great video. Yeah, worst use of that song ever of all time.
yeah, but was that the producers trying to say something about Noah?
Oh, maybe. I didn't think it was that deep. I was like, this is just the Disney Plus budget or whatever. You know, like this was like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, they did have some heavy hitters like fucking Billie Eilish and Troye Sivan. Like we're not used to
Yeah.
this.
Oh, I know. I was like, I kept thinking, oh, this is like a rip off of that song. And then the vocals would come in and I was like, oh, this is that song. Fuck. Anyway, Maddie wants exclusive rights to Noah. And he's not sure if he's ready though, because Brooklyn's still on his mind. Episode 5, F Boys for Life. We start with Andrew and Katja having a chat. He's like, yeah, look, soz babe, I'm more into Brooklyn. And she's devastated. She's pretty much like, fuck this like blue-eyed blonde-haired bitch. Like, and I totally get it. Like a lot of that would be like pretty triggering. I don't know, I felt like they had a thing and then in comes this like, you know, objectively hot white girly that just like steals her man. Pretty shit.
100%.
Godwin is still up to no good. He's kind of vibing Jade. But she, at this point, is a little bit checked out because she's had a romantic kiss from Ty. But every episode, she tells us she's torn because Godwin's hot. I'm like, he's not that hot. And poor Ty knows what's going on. He's no fool. Godwin also has Daya on the boil. And this is where things get juicy. Daya is like kind of great, but also a lot. No?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I could handle
Nah.
it.
Great reality casting though, because she was a ticking time bomb from the start.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Bombshell Brooklyn and Maddie are being very awkward with each other because they're both after Noah, which like Noah does not need this for his ego. Just by the way, having people going for him. Brooklyn and Noah flirt by the pool. Yeah, he's like shook that she's keen, but he's like, look, I just need to sleep on it. I think after the Carissa thing, he's like, I can't do that again right away. So he's trying to like pat it out or something. What a mess. Like, Noah is such a dumb baby at this point for even entertaining things with Brooklyn.
Yeah. It, I just don't understand why all these girls let it happen. Like, what about him has got him to this point with each of these girls? Because to us viewers, there just doesn't seem to be much there apart from his looks.
Yeah, and like, he wasn't even that hot. It was just because the cast was overall pretty average. But yeah, and he just had no riz whatsoever. Anyway, he's falling for it again. He's broken Chris's heart, and now he's going to do it again with Maddie. In the morning, Maddie is like stage 5 clinging. Noah is like, this is the most awkward scene of the whole show, I think, when he's like, look, I'm just having breakfast, babe. Do you remember this scene? And she's like, I love your hair. And he's like, yeah, I'm just like eating breakfast.
Well, I think he was like, she was asking questions about their relationship, and he really did not want to answer them. So he was just like pulling out excuses to
He's
get
like,
out of this
"Fuck off."
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
But at that point, how is she not reading the room?
True. Yeah, she's embarrassing herself at this point. He kind of like, he's like, I'll see you later. Haha. And it's just like, oh, girl, this guy truly sucks. Rachel is still missing Michael. At this point, I'd kind of forgotten about Michael because he's been away for like multiple episodes. But the fact that they brought him back in, even in spirit at this point, I was like, ooh, maybe he'll return. Farah and Jake chat at breakfast. She's like, I love first base. She's like, I know a guy who can come just from making out. And I was like, I love you. She gets it. Like, she's on the show and she's like, this is so dumb. Like, this is such an outdated notion of like virginity, you know?
Yeah.
Jake is also anyone she goes near on the show is just like, especially the men. They're just kind of like terrified of her. She's way too cool for these fucking virgins. It's V card time, and interestingly, they give it to Godwin, who chooses to go on a date with Daya. Which like Jade looked kind of pissed, and I was like, no, this is when you double down with Ty. No?
Couldn't resist Godwin's godlike, charm and looks. Like, fucking hell.
They go ziplining, and of course, Godwin's like scared of heights. I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, screaming like a little bitch.
God. It's cute. She goes in for a kiss, and he like gives her a cheek. I'm like, oh. Meanwhile, Ty and Jade are catching up. He's feeling really insecure. He knows exactly what's going on. He's like, I really want you to pick me, but also I can tell, I'm not the physical thing you're after. Which is the problem with these shows to begin with, right? Because you've got this comparison thing. It's like being at a gay sauna, everyone's walking around. You don't want there to be too many guys there because everyone's walking around and they're like looking for the best thing, Noah confronts Maddie about the pressure that she's putting on him. This guy fucking sucks so much. And then he pretty much dumps her. He's like, how about we just like pull back to friends? And she is so pathetic. She's like, yeah, cool, sounds great. And then just like walks away. And then to the girls is like, ah.
No one ever wants me.
Second choice. She goes, this always happens to me. Yeah, she's spiraling. The girls are like activated. They're like, how dare he? Blah, 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 blah. Katya is also done with Andrew, who's being pretty F-boyish at this point. But like being a virgin F-boy, I feel like is worse, right? 'Cause no one's getting fucked.
Yeah. What's the point?
Exactly. Oh, God. Andrew surprises Brooklyn with a little makeshift date now that that's a thing. And Katya is fuming. Brooklyn thinks that this could be love bombing, but she's also still into it. It's getting messy. Anyway, this is when Katya is like ready to blow a fuse. She goes, I will never be someone's number two. Okay. Talk to Maddie about that. She loves it. She fucking loves being a number two. And then she blows. She like sprays Andrew that night. And he's like, I little bit felt bad for him. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, like the poor guy just wants to be gay in peace. Leave him alone.
No, he wants to pretend to be straight on TV. Just leave him alone. Yeah, she shot herself in the foot with this. I think she thought she was getting her like girl power moment, but it just looked kind of sad.
Yeah, no, yeah, she did come off unhinged.
Yeah. Wow. And that's the first half of the season.
What a ride.
Fucking ride. I know. This is when I was like, oh boy, we're in for more than one episode with this. But yeah, you'll have to wait till next week to finish off the rest with me, Paul.
Yeah, you get the reveal of who was not a virgin. That will be all revealed our next episode.
Yeah.
Find out why Michael and Rachel's moment in the boat will be circling back and reassessing that moment.
Yeah.
Find out why.
And we might even rank who we want to fuck on this show. You'll have to tune in to find out. Thank you so much, Paul.
No
I'll
worries.
see you over there on part 2.
See you then.
Bye-bye.